Hey, howdy, howdy, howdy. Can I sit down now? Yes, please. Can I sit down? Oh no, I've got to click for that. Oh, it would help if I had the model as well. Just bring you back over. Good. Hello, humans! Humans! Hi! Humans! Ah, howdy! How we doing? Let's just, so yeah, sorry about the janky angle. It's because I was attempting to set up for assembling bits live stream. It looks like it's viable, providing that I'm efficient with it, because there's gluing dry times, right? That's what will slow us down. So I was thinking, like, just to assemble things like I usually do, which is to do multiple kits at once, and get a nice little gluing production line going. And you can see how I go about gluing things. It won't be a terribly... I don't know if it's exciting or not. It could be. It could be. I was thinking of having like half get stuff assembled, half kit bashing stuff at the same time. Because I've got a lot of kit bashing stuff that I've got a bit stuck on. So, yeah. So, Reaper. Wasn't it Mr. Reaper last time we spoke? I think it was Mr. Reaper. I'm just about to put on my security blue tack, but if the 9 of you that are in here could just slap like for me, pretty please, so that Warhammer or YouTube call me and say, hey, Table, we like what you're doing. But yeah, needing to learn to play again. Well, the best thing about that is I also need to play. And the idea of setting up for this the assembly idea of streaming is a 0.5 move towards actually playing a game. Now, from what I've been told from people on here is that 11th edition is coming out in the summer. And my first thought was, hey, wait till 11th edition. But then I said, hang on a second. I said that about 8th edition, I said that about 9th edition, I said that about 10th edition. So maybe I should just start trying to learn now, because I'm sure there'll be little tweaks here and there in the rules, sure. But as far as moving, shooting, charging, close combat, I'm sure they're going to be pretty similar. So if I can get like those bits down, then we shouldn't be in too bad a shape. That's my theory, right, guys? That's my theory. It's really nice to be on, guys. It's nice. Like, Fridays is always a good day. It's exciting because the kids are off school, so they'll be around for mucking about, which is good. Then also, side note, toilet roll tubes are a great idea, but what I've done is I've started cracking out the dreadnoughts. They're now strategically placed for any weaknesses when they occur. But toilet roll tubes is a great idea, frankly. I hadn't thought of it. I hadn't thought of it at all. So that's where we're at. Kind of wanting to play some, to actually play a game. But like I say, the angle of the paint stream, I was checking it yesterday at the assembling. It works. And then we're one step closer to actually sitting down and trying to figure out how to play. And what I'm hoping for is that we can together figure out the rules, because I'm not a smart guy, right? I'm not a smart guy. I get confused easy. Never have been. Grasping some things is just difficult, right? And learning rules and those friggin' devil scratchings you find on paper called words, they trip me up a little bit. So so that's the thing. Just before coming on, I watched a video. I shouldn't have even watched it, but it was about dead internet theory, and I was like, no, don't watch this, it will upset you. And I pressed play. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Right, I'm going to have a slurp of my Mega Force, and I'm going to mix up some white for these wings. This is what we're doing. Bye, Bacon. I'm after what I just watched, I think you're not even a human, to be honest. See you later. Yeah, because I mean, you'd assume that bots can join this chat, right? You would assume that, wouldn't you? I think so. Let me know, guys. Tell me, how can we confirm that we're all human in here? This is a human hand. It's not a perfect hand. They look like crap, but it's mine. It's a human hand. There you go. One human hand. There we go. Bacon bot. Now, Kaldar Drago is the guy who got removed. Didn't he get removed from not law but rules? And he's the guy who's the Grey Knight guy who's just rocking around in chaos, beating people up, right? Isn't that right? I think I've got that right. Mega Force. Right. It's been a bit of a routine week, guys. As you well know, I like to cook up my own theories, and I like to make up my own, like, inspirational catchphrases to help me navigate the world. And the thing I've been thinking about most at the moment is this week's been very routine, right? And it's largely like a lot of my days. And I like streaming because it adds the element of doubt. Like, what I mean is, when I wake up, my days usually take the same shape. You know, they have the same routine. Nothing major happens outside of those patterns. And you can predict with about 95% certainty, if not more, how your day's going to go. Right? And that's all right, but it feels a little bit sometimes, because I like a little bit more randomness to my days. So these structured days and weeks, you do get a little bit like, well, I don't even know what the word could be called. But yeah, a little bit. That's nowhere near white enough. I'm going to try just Troll's Teeth. And the medium, could we? It's in a large bottle, so it should stand out on this pile, in theory. But, oh, no, but I only have one tub of it. So if I've somehow not added it to the pile, then, yeah, it's not there. Oh, plums. Okay, we're going to try just Troll's Teeth for highlighting. Yeah, I like it. Like, yeah. Streaming is a little treat. What do I have most? I would say Terminators are what I have most of. Closely followed by Tyranids, I would say. But another close contender would be Horus Heresy Mechanicum. They're really I've really got quite a lot of those. Terminators. But if you wanted to be a bit more specific, but if I said Space Marines, because the thing is, half the Terminators are 40k, half are Heresy, because the Saturnines are just too delicious. Which reminds me, I'm still trying to get rid of that 3D printed Hellbrute and 5, I want to say Capapace Terminators from Horus Heresy. They're free. The only issue is it's a 3D print for the Hellbrute, and I accidentally assembled the Terminators 2 with a Stormbolters 3 with lightning claws. But if there's some way we can get them to you, then we'll do that. Right, let's just stick this up a bit. Right, I need to start painting. I got a bit paranoid yesterday in that I was talking too much. And I felt a bit paranoid that I was rabbiting on, because you're like, hey, Table, your ramblings aren't necessarily everyone else's taste. Just shut up sometimes and paint the models. So do tell me to shut up if I am rambling, or simply tell me that I'm rambling. Do I even want to edge highlight that with the white, or do I just want to kind of paint a bit of it? I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, just yeah, you can. Yeah, Ven's on here if he's willing to be so kind. That'd be amazing. Okay, fantastic. I will ramble then. I do enjoy a good ramble and seeing where the conversation goes. It's a most enjoyable pastime. Trouble is, it's hard to find people who also enjoy it. Certainly, how can we? Certainly, in my real world, there isn't anyone who I can have a good old ramble with easily. Certainly, no one I meet in person. They would just look at me weird. You know what? That white is nice, but I was hoping to do some edge highlighting, but this, I don't have anything lighter or with white pigment. Maybe White Scar, but the White Scars, it's an absolute train wreck. It looks okay. That looks all right, doesn't it, for White Scar? But it's a lovely way of putting it. But I'll be honest, Andre, part of me thinks that maybe I'm the NPC, because I'm definitely in the minority for wanting to talk about weird shit. Okay, so that's mostly just water. Dirty. It's like that water when you boil potatoes. It's just that horrible, leathery nothingness. Oh, hang on. Hello. Oh, what have we here? White Scar. Some actual paint. Let's add that to the troll's teeth and see if we can zhuzh them up together. Oh, hello. That's a lot whiter. Wow, how do you do? I might even add... I'm going to have to add water for this one. I can't add an ink because I don't have anything that white. I was hoping for the medium, but... I'll take this. That's very white. Hello. Well, how do you do? Yes, club. That would be lovely. I don't have access... Oh, I haven't got Discord up. Sorry, hang on, guys. I need to go and... Because what I'm hoping for is some photos of some progress. Fred uploaded this fantastic mech suit thing he printed. Where are we? Okay. It's just a gif of Ralph. Of all people. Okay. There we go. Right, so now for the new improved white pigment. Check this out. I'm going to go back and do the same feathers that were troll's teeth. Look how much brighter that is. You know what? I'm not going to edge highlight. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of this to bring up the white. It's still a little bit patchy pigment wise. Hello, painting a Leo space type. Stephen, you just made yourself sound like AI. If it wasn't the fact that you've been here before, I'd accuse you of being automated. That sentence didn't make sense. Explain yourself now. Trouble is, I am going to have to use water on this. Because I can't ink the sucker. Let's try water. Let's see if that stops it from being so. Grex! Yeah! Thank you to you as well, and everyone else who gave me a push in the right direction. It's mixed with the... you son of a bitch. Look what's happened. So, this long, dry flesh tone that I mixed on top of, it's ever so slightly woken it up, and it's made the wing white look ever so slightly flesh-covered. Oh, suit of the Gundam. Alright. That's so sucky. I've got to navigate away. My white does have flesh tone in it. You son of a... I should not have put that paint on another paint. I've got to mix up another batch. Let's find a free spot. So it was Troll, White Scar. It was Corruption. Yeah, it was Corruption. Also, I screwed myself over. I said it out loud. And some things you shouldn't say out loud. But yesterday I was super excited and I told everyone about how the views have been going and everything. And then saying that maybe Nurgle was reanimating a corpse of the channel. But then, in a cruel twist of irony, Nurgle decided to flatline everything. So I was like, no, I shouldn't have said it out loud. Nurgle heard. Because, you know, Nurgle's got a sense of humour. But that's the last I'm going to say about that. That's more medium than anything else that I've put in there. So that's kind of not like Troll's Teeth. Can we just look how awfully crap this is? It's water and lumpy glumps of pigment. I hate you, White Scar. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you loads. Why do paints need to do that? You know? I don't know how many tens of thousands of years humans have been, hundreds of thousands of years we've been about. But we've been painting stuff for a long time. You'd think we'd have figured it out by now. Shake it? You know what? Fine. Forge, I got you. I will shake it. And now I will open it. And you still have the vinegar. The vinegar medium. But what we can do is we can use the White Scar vinegar as the medium for the Troll's Teeth. So, it's actually semi-useful. There we go. So, right. How are we doing today, guys? What's new? Plans for weekend? Made any purchases? Anything from the old miniatures world? Tell me. I wish for conversation. I need conversational nourishment. White, but it's Forge. Yes, any paint in my organized. So if you look at my organized paints here, let's pick one at random. Here we go. If it has a black dot on, it's got a ball bearing in. Oh, crap. It's got a ball bearing in. And I think I bought 50 and I went through putting those in. Hi, KS. I think I'm just going to do this with the wings. I don't think I have the painting capability. Not the skill. I'm willing to sit down and give it a go, but I think that I don't have enough white to then edge highlight as well. And now looking at it, the Corax white combination from yesterday does look a little grey, admittedly. A little less angelic than I'd like. Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah, skateboard shops. I would imagine they just sell, like, you know, a dirty, great, massive tub of the things. Now you can see that there's a little bit of a flesh tone in this white, which bloody sucks, and I don't even know. It might still be in the brush, but it's definitely there. Well, I mean, if they're teeny tiny, just throw a couple in, right? Yeah, even this white has taint to it. It's tainted. There must have been some still in the brush. It's slight, and I'm going to persevere with it anyway. Now, doing these wings took 3 hours yesterday to get that coat on, and I'm hoping to smash that record and also get these done. But the trouble is, this new white that's going on is streaky. It's not super pigmenty, so we're gonna have to build it up a little bit. I think so. Yeah. Oh, I don't have my headphones on. Yeah, I think so, guys. I can't believe that we're by the end of Saturday, we will be on 950 hours, like finished, streamed in January alone, and we're mid-January. So, by that logic, if we're hitting 100 hours a month, then we'd be like bloody 1,000 hours come June or July, which is but that depends if I keep at it though. That's where it's going to fall apart. But we are on track. Good point, Greg. Yeah, actually, yeah, we didn't resume straight away on January 1st. That's true. Admittedly, the progress. That's another thing I was thinking about. The progress is feels a bit surreal that I've logged that many hours already. It does feel a little surreal because it doesn't feel like that when you're in the stream. It just feels like you're hanging out and painting. Which makes me think that if painting feels like this, then maybe playing a gamey feels a little bit like... Do you remember LAN parties? For those of you that don't, you just all take your PCs round to someone's house and you spend absolutely ages trying to network stuff up and get games working. And then you get to sit and play and hang out. It was lovely. Oh, is it today? Rumour has it. No. What time does it come on? Because it's possible. Yeah. I mean, there is the possibility of a double live stream today. But it's looking a little less likely than I was super confident yesterday. But it's looking 7:30. What time zone? 7:30. It's the paint water. That's what's changing the white. Look at my paint water. It looks like piss and tea. That's what's changing the colour of the white. I'm such a dingus. That's definitely it. Yeah. Club remembers. There we go. Yeah, it's just lovely. And what was really nice is that we'd make a weekend of it. So like you'd wake up and then just sit up at your computer whenever your eyes open and just crack on with it. It's lovely. You know, making sure there's no shortage of snacks, everyone's fed, watered, and just generally looked after. It's a lot of fun. My tea consumption. I am an exclusive English breakfast drinker, and I always drink Builder's tea. which for those of you that don't know, builder's tea is 2D bags. It's a very strong tea. But yeah, English breakfast is my go-to. Don't really care what brand, just as long as it's English breakfast. That is my absolute super favourite tea. It's just too delicious. Give me a bacon sarnie and a builder's tea. Any day. Anywhere in the world. Quite happily accept your bacon sandwich and builder's tea. It's just lovely. I mean, yeah, I would say, yeah, I'm bacon sandwich man. But if I was feeling fancy, you know, say I won the lottery, then do you know what I'd go for? I'd go for sausage, egg, and bacon in French bread. Oh, that's what I'd go for. Yeah, I'd push the boat out. If I won 50 million, I'd treat myself to a sausage, egg, and bacon sandwich. That's what I'd do immediately. And maybe even 2 cups of tea. Oh, he's living large now. 2 cups. You spicy little bitch table. Why am I calling myself a spicy bitch? Excuse me, sir. Did you just order sausage, egg, and bacon and 2 cups of tea? Why, yes, I did. Congratulations on your lottery win, sir. Yes, why, thank you. I am indeed a spicy bitch. KS. I'm sorry that my desk makes you angry. Jealousy's a terrible thing, you know? It's a hard thing to control, but, you know, the world is full of haves and have-nots, and I'm sorry that you have to look upon my perfect shelving, and then look at your run-of-the-mill mediocre shelving. I'm sorry. I've made you feel that way. But you've really got to get your jealousy under control, buddy. You know? Sorry. Oh, Magnus the Red. I tell you what, Magnus the Red does... he's a beautiful model. And I'm going to say it as well, Magnus did nothing wrong. Oh, we got a Terminator. We got a Terminator on Discord. Hang on a sec. Sorry about this for those of you that aren't on Discord, but unlucky. I need to go and have a look. Oh, this is Benali, isn't it? Benali. There he is! Yeah, he's such a good model. That's a nice touch. That is a very nice touch. Okay, yep, good colours chosen, Grex. Nice touch, yep. I will be borrowing that design. Although the thing on his shoulders, that like little ornate little bit sticking out the top of his back, I'd chop that sucker off in an instant. That is never getting glued on. That is too easily snapped off. Magnus, I tell you what, I think Magnus is in another top spot for replacing Ghoulie Man, because I've got Lion. He's assembled and ready to go, so he's number 1. But I think Magnus could be potentially number 2, frankly, because he's colourful. He's a colourful model. Potentially that would be number 2. Is he holding? But he's holding a Dirty Great Massive Staff, right? I worry about that getting knocked off. Can you swap out the staff for something else? Oh, Megaforce. Blah. You can swap it out. Oh, okay. But yeah, I think Primarch models are super intimidating. I get intimidated by any character, but Primarchs especially it's because I've never painted one. That's what it is. I'm sure once you get one under your belt, you'll be fine. You can have him with a sword. Perfect. That makes him even more viable. We're talking about the Primarchs, the Emperor's sons, who got thrown all over the galaxy by some cheeky lady, otherwise known as Mum. If you type in Magnus the Red, or just Magnus, Warhammer Magnus, Magnus, and it will come up on Google for you. Angron is another one, but the thing is, I kind of got a bit of a soft spot for Angron, so I wouldn't necessarily buy him because he's an easy model to paint. I'd buy him because I like the character. That's why I was thinking of getting those Exalted Eightborn and then the bigger one, because it would be like a practice run to gear up towards Angron, but I don't think that's necessary. But aren't those guys like brutally expensive, like up there with a Son of Bahamut price, right? Or an Imperial Knight? I'm pretty sure they're rather high. I can get a Rebute Girly Man second hand for 40, but I think he's pretty cheap anyway. But I'm talking about the bigger Primarchs. Hey Sarah, this is Dante. That's who I'm working on. I'm just trying to do feathers. Second day of working on these wings. The guys gave me a bit of a push to finally paint it. I need help with the Power Axe colours and the gun. At the moment, the gun's looking like black, and the blade of the Power Axe will just be a yellowish ink. I'm not going to be painting any lightning bolts. I'm ruining that. Francis, I thought for a second you were Francois, but you're not. How do we know, Francis, that you're not? Prove that you're human, is what I mean to say. Tell me something that's human about yourself. I'm going to change that paint water. Yellow with black accents. Ooh. Ah, France, you gave the game away. You've clearly not been programmed with covert ops and stealth or something. So, dear God, look at that. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that in Discord at all. I've just committed a disgusting and despicable act, guys. Absolute disgust that I have cleaned my paint water. How could I? How dare I? I was working on a nice blend, but I've actually washed the pot. That sucks. Scaffolding? Francis, how dare you, sir? That's not scaffold. That's majestic shelving, I'll have you know. How very dare you, sir? How very dare you? Clearly, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling a bit bolshy. Clearly. I'm just happy talking to humans. Humans! Actual conversation with humans. It's just lovely. Think about all we've already talked about. All the conversations we've already had that wouldn't have had. We'd just be sitting in our respective places. Sure thing, Sarah. One moment. I've got my display cabinets right behind me. So with my Necrons, I went through a few iterations, and in the end, I just wanted something simple and fun, and I made them like spookies. But what I'll do is I'll show you the 3 generations of what they did. It won't take long. My cabinet's right here. I've already grabbed out 2 iterations. There's number 3. And then, oh, hello. And then just this one here. Oh, I can't quite reach that without bending my arm weird. Okay, so most of my Necrons are from the Indomitus box, apart from 1 or 2. Right, so here we are. Perfect. Forge. I want to play it. I got 2 major drawbacks. One is I don't have any friends that play, although you could argue the latter as well. And then the other one is that I struggle to learn the rules. I'm not too good with your book readings. So, yeah. So the idea is to sit down and learn it in live streams, and then people can weigh in and help me out when I inevitably get stuck. Right. First Necron color scheme. You can see an attempt was made at glow effect, but I'm not very good at it. These are very old now. Like, so what? 2018. When was Indomitus? I forget. But so they're like grey and a bit bronzy. So that's generation 1. Then they evolved into this, which again tried the glow effect, but then tried to make them look a little bit more like skeletons. I really want to have an undead army in rank and file like Old World, but not Egyptian. So I thought maybe if I paint my Necrons like this, then that would be better. So that's version 2. And then what they eventually settled on was like spooky ghost Necrons. Dead fast to paint, dead fun, nice and quick, and they just look like just like ghosts. I wanted them to look like ghosts. There we go. And that's what I went for. And that's what I like. That's what I'm doing. I might change it with characters like the what's the name? Satan? The star monsters, star gods. Yeah, just popping into a Games Workshop is the issue. Thank you, Sarah. I hadn't thought holo projection, but I wanted them to look essentially like ghosty. So you could argue that they're kind of half there. I like that about them, so that's what I went for. And frankly, and I know when I get a good color scheme, hang on, let me rephrase. Not a good color scheme, but a color scheme I enjoy because it makes me want to buy more of the same model. Okay, is there a way we could do it where I don't have to buy something or go outside? Is there a way we could get cracking? Can I not just crack out what rules I've got here and try? Because what I've noticed is that every model I assemble in the instruction manual, it gives their stats at the end. So can I not use those and a rule book? Tabletop sim's a nice idea, but if I'm playing Warhammer on a computer, I want to be playing Total War. I don't want to be. I don't want to simulate a tabletop. I actually want to have it tangible and in reality. You know. I actually want to roll some dice. Again, something that it doesn't involve buying or going out. Find the codex online is a good idea. I like that. That works. That's a good suggestion. I like that. 39K Pro. What's that, Forge? Did we find out if the live stream was 7:30? It's a UK company, so you'd think that 7:30 was GMT, right? Which would make it 9:30 for me, which is an entirely doable time to make the live stream. Okay, that's a great tip. Thank you. Thank you, Forge. Could someone on the Discord do me a favor and type in 30 just type 39K Pro so I've got it as a little note, because the stream chat will move on and I don't really want to unload this brush to pick up a pen and paper. Is someone willing to do me a solid and just make a note of that for me? Actually, what am I talking about? I'll just contact my my sponsor agent at Warhammer, and I'll just get him to hit me up with the codex. What codex do I need to ask him for? I'll just contact him, and then he'll send me one out. Are we talking 40K? So, the current front runners to be in a live stream match would be closest to having as armies Space Marines, Tyranids, and Chaos. They're the three biggest groups of people that I have painted, otherwise known as armies. So I think this other white is okay. It's not the pigment on the... Oh no, yeah, because it's still discoloured. I'm an idiot. I was like, oh yeah, that pile's going to be okay as well, but no, it's not going to be less discoloured than it already is. No. I have this guy and an assembled... I want to say his name is Lamentus. I have that. That's all the Blood Angels I have. I've been in a few situations where I've been very close to being able to buy an old school Furiosa Dreadnought, but every time it slipped through my fingers. Oh, it's Judd. Hey, Judd. No, this getting Dante was just because I wanted to do the wings. I know about... right. No, I appreciate you dialing it all the way back to the beginning, but I am aware that codexes, of their existence, I even own a few, and that they are very useful with playing a specific army, and that the rulebook is kind of just like for what's in the starter box, and like generic rules. Oh, also, KS, that Agron of yours, absolutely delicious. I wasn't expecting a totally different model as well. I mean, obviously it's a 3D print, but oh, hey, also on the subject of models, we dawned on the great idea of kit bashing Hierophant, a Hierophant, and I went on Google Images, and loads of people are doing them. It's entirely possible, which I was rather impressed. Some of them are a bit questionable proportions wise, but others are absolutely amazing. And I was right in saying use the guns from a Tyrannofex. I said it, and it's true. That's the guns they've been using. I called that one. I was rather pleased with myself when I discovered it. It does help. Thank you, Forge. Forge, why do I feel like you have a YouTube channel of some sort? Ah, check out Table's detective skills. May I inquire as to the size of the aforementioned YouTube channel? Ah, just started. So you're under the 1,000 for monetize, is that right? Are you on Discord? Because I need to subscribe to. I need to subscribe to a friend I've met on here called Fred. So we can subscribe to your channel as well. Help you out, maybe try and get you over that 1,000. It won't be much of a help because I'm not exactly a big channel myself. We have the illusion of a larger channel, but yeah, let's do that. Why not, Forge? Well, don't thank me yet. Thank me if it actually helps in any way. If it doesn't help at all, you don't need to thank me. In fact, you can come on here and abuse me. That's fine. You can come on here and tell me, Table, you're nothing, Burger. Nothing changed. You piece of crud. Oh, hello. We're working on Dante with wings from the Sorcerer, I think it was, from the Dominion box. I was given a kick up the ass by you guys to paint the wings, and I am very, very grateful for the nudge in the form of a foot in the ass. Oh, is that why? Was it also you who suggested why not Magnus when we were talking about painting Primarchs? Yeah. I need your advice on something as well, right? So, I do this thing called table trades, right? And it's just buying and selling Warhammer. And what I do is I sell my Warhammer at a price that's like good, in my opinion. In exchange, I don't feel bad for asking for lower prices from other people. So, how much would you pay for a dwarf gyro bomber on its sprue? Minus its flying base. Give me your guesses. What would you think is a bargain price for that? A dwarf gyro bomber with no base but on sprue. We got 25. 35? I think with these wings, you could forever be applying layers of white to these wings. Let's just do a little bit more over here and then move on. Ah, right, okay, so it will be in euros. I sold it for 17.50, which I thought is a good deal for them. Well, that was the original plan, but I couldn't get white enough. I would like to edge highlight all of them. I thought so. The way I generally sell things is the same way I do giveaways. Like, what would I like, you know? And then that's my kind of benchmark. Well, it's a little bit different for giveaways because I ask myself what would I like on my worst day. Okay, I can live with that wing. I can live with that wing. Freds! Yeah! You missed it. I've already put 2 coats of Agrax on. It's already had 2 coats. Sorry. You missed it. I really like the mech thing as well that you posted. It's a really nice, if not rather large project. I think this illustrates the difference just with how grey Corax White is. I would argue the case... Oh, no, but this is Corax and ink, so that's why it's even more grey. Is that a thing? Are the new Terminators called Primaris Terminators, or is it just an upscale of the beloved Terminators? I was thinking when painting Blood Angels that the way I'd want to go is I wouldn't want to mix white into my reds for the highlights because you kind of get pink. I think the way to go is to get the 1990s Blood Angels where I would brighten my reds with oranges for the edge highlights. That's the way I'd want to go. So they have that little bit of an orange tint to them. That's what I would do in my Blood Angels if I had any. But the characters are amazing. I've got a Sanguinator up here. Which is, for those of you that don't know, is this one. I love this model. It's the model that gave me the idea for the wings. No, wait. This encouraged me to buy him. Because I just think this model's adorable. It's absolutely super pretty. I don't know why it got some flack. I know the old one's good, but this one is also incredibly pretty. Yeah, highlighting with orange. I'm happy people agree. I think that's the way to go. I think you get some really tasty Blood Angels with that idea. In fact, if you're on Discord and you've got any photos of them, I'd love to see how they turn out. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we made it to get away from you. Yeah, sorry. We weren't going to tell you, but yeah, we kind of made the new Discord to just so we could all just. It was easier to just all leave the Discord with you in and make a new one than it was to tell you that we didn't want you. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is a bit awkward, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Venno is being super nice in handling that. We did have it just a non-expiring link on the stream's description, but we had malicious artificial beings coming on. So Venno is now the beloved caretaker of the Discord, the gatekeeper. So if you want in, you got to pay him homage. Whoa. Sorry for the sounds. That was me just enjoying my Megaforce. I can only imagine how rough Magnus's wings are. And like the other one I like is the Lord of Change, but their wings are even more massive than these. But I think you could get away with it a little bit because you don't have to just paint them white. You can do all kinds of colours and have them like almost like shimmering if you wanted to. I always imagine when Magnus is in the warp and he's a warp entity that there's a lot of glitter on him. I don't know why. I just feel like he's particularly glittery. I think so. I think something I've been dying to try. I was going to do it with the Necromunda green armored guys from the Hive Secundus box, but like mixing green inks in with metallics, and I think it will work. I think it will work very nicely. And then edge highlighting with a metallic with a different ink. I think it will look delicious, and I think you could possibly do that with all of your inks. for Zeech stuff especially, but for warp stuff in general, I think metallic-y colours together, I think would look quite good. I think that's my theory. I haven't yet tested it, but I should really pull my finger out and get some assembling done. But with these temperatures, I can't base coat anyway, and I haven't been brave enough to do ninjutsu base coating. So she was out there this morning shoveling snow for no reason. Doesn't have to clear all the snow, but she does anyway. She even follows the snow plows round when they're doing it professionally with her shovel. Terrifying. I think Glittery Magnus totally works. I think it would totally work, Glittery Magnus. In fact, yeah, I would paint my Magnus glittery. I'd go glittery. Well, okay, so here's the thing, Messias. Before we talk further, Messias, I need you to confirm that you're human. Could you just insult me, please? Just a nice cheeky insult, just to confirm you're human, and then we can continue talking about these airbrushing things, so that I know you're not just a bot trying to sell airbrushes. Just a nice little insult, something that gets a laugh. When you're ready. No insult coming, guys. Oh, hello. We caught one. We caught one. Get him. See that? No response. One and gone. Yep, I think so. What I was going to ask, I was going to say, well, how do you spray indoors? Do you have enough space, or do you have something that sucks the paint fumes away, or? Hey! Confirmed. Human. I will quite. You can call me Dingus all day. I love Dingus. It's such a good insult. Yep, I am happy to be a dingus. Yeah, so same question about the ventilation. How do you base coat inside with an air? Like, you must have enough space, right? What, do you have a spare room? Like some kind of sultan? Ah, yeah. Gotta watch out for those, yeah, GW's calling me anytime now. Anytime. With a cease and desist. We can't have our models represented on such terrible shelves. Please stop painting and streaming immediately. Yeah. Stop it. Cut it out. What are those shelves? We're sending someone over. To be honest, if they did contact me with a cease and desist, I'd be like, you mean you noticed me? Oh, that's so wonderful. Yes, of course I won't, of course I'll stop. I'll just pay bolt action instead. That's what I'd switch immediately over to Conflict 47 and Black Powder. That's what I'd go for. Does the room end up stinking of paint though? Yeah, I don't have the room for that. I've got precisely this much room. I've got precisely this much room here for painting. So I think fumes might be a bit of an issue. Yeah, I am sitting in a cupboard. I don't think I can do airbrush stuff. What if I just use a a face mask and a spray can. What if I just did that? Yeah. Ah, Fred's, you bot. You filthy bot. I was laughing to myself last night as well at just how much I was calling people filth and scum. I was most amused. I felt like I did it too much. But I was, I was chuckling to myself. I was like, Taylor, you're just calling a bunch of people you hardly know, that you've never met in person. You're just calling them filth and scum. I mean... I was chuckling a lot of that to myself. Just sitting in a room. Ha ha ha! Call them filth, you did, sir. That's what I was doing. It's not my wardrobe. No. I just sneak in here when they're out. When they go to work, I kind of climb in through the hole. And then I paint. Yeah. They don't know I'm here. That's true. The cardboard would absorb fumes. That's true. If you want to survive fumes, put some eat a bit of cardboard. My issue with the fumes, though, is sure, okay, with a mask on, the fumes aren't an issue, but doesn't the place smell of paint and like fumes wobble around? I'm not saying no to the idea, but also I was kind of looking at airbrushes yesterday, and they're like €100+ for a compressor and an airbrush. I was looking at the Vexor one. I feel like airbrushing is a rich man's game. I think I'm more like pour a load of paint in my mouth and spit it at the model kind of base coating or a spray can. Airbrush feels a bit fancy. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Fool me once, Greco. Shame on me. Fool me twice. That's also easy. Shame on me. Fool me 3 times. I'm just going to trust. That's my default. I can't. The amount of times I get duped. But dupe away, Give me try again. See if you can catch me out. I tell you what, though. I will tell you this. If I actually spot the deception, it was a really crappy deception if I actually catch it. €100. I mean, but it's €100, guys. I don't think you understand. Yeah. I've got that €17.50 from that table trade, but that's got to be shipped to Poland today, and that will take a few weeks to arrive. So currently, I'm sitting on a budget of I don't have 100 to drop on an airbrush, especially as it's untested, and I don't know if it's going to work or if I can ventilate it properly. Or it's a nice idea, guys, but we're talking €100. That's like a dragon, or a friggin' Sons of Behemoth, or 2/3 of the Goblin Stamps kit, I didn't buy this cardboard. No, I went down to the cardboard recycling and fished it out. Yeah, this is free cardboard. Now that's a very good point. A single can of spray paint. That's very true. That is a very good point. Yeah. And that's very true. You make a good point about the price of the spray can. The only thing is, accumulating $20 for a spray can is easier than accumulating $100+ for a compressor kit. You know. That it's like it's basically poor man's economy, isn't it? Like you'll buy a €15 pair of shoes that last a couple of weeks, like last 6 weeks, or you can buy a €150 pair of shoes that last a few years. You're better off buying the expensive pair, but you can't afford to buy the expensive pair, if that makes sense. Basically, it's on the list, guys. It's on the list. I'm not saying no. I'm definitely not saying no. I'll put it on the list. I don't think it's even an issue of money at this point. I think it's a question of space. I confused Francis for Francois. Then I was about to shout Francois. Maybe I'll just call you Francois too. That's easier for me to remember. I mean, you're not wrong, guys. You're making some good points. I knew it. Bye, Ven. Thanks again, buddy. Thanks again for... I know you slapped a like as well, but also thanks for getting the people on the Discord. I really appreciate the help with that. And I noticed that you wrote the note in the Discord for me as well for that name of the rules. So appreciate it, Ven. Thank you. I really, really do appreciate the help. Don't tell him I said this, but Ven is a pretty nice guy, frankly. He's been very nice from the get-go. Like, he was putting comments on vids just to help with the creator camp thing. Yeah, seems like a pretty decent guy. God, those wings are really looking good. I thought they looked good before, but now they're really, really coming out. What are we, hour 15 and halfway? So we're going quicker than on the previous wings layer. But even so... Yeah, you got it right, Grex. Yeah, Ven is a terrible person. Yep. He, so in the UK, we've got these things called lollipop men and women, and they basically hang outside schools, and they have a stop sign, and they stop traffic to help kids cross the road. He deliberately dresses up as one in an attempt to try and lead school kids into oncoming traffic. Can you believe that? I don't know how they haven't caught him for it yet, but Yeah, deliberately trying to get children run down. He calls it a hobby. Yeah, he calls it finning the herd of all things. I mean, like if that was ever an indication of not being a nice guy, like deliberately, yeah. He keeps score as well. Oh, this model doesn't come with wings. Yeah, I just glued them on. The actual model doesn't have wings. Only his dad does. It's the score thing that really makes it iffy. Everything else is, I can accept everything else, the murdering and the deception. But the score is where I draw the line, frankly. That's where the line's drawn. Everything else is acceptable. Ah, I caught you, Grex. I caught you. You're going to have me constantly re-scanning all of the feathers, aren't you? Yeah, I'm sure you have. Yeah, I'm sure you have, Grex. Shame on you, you cur. I caught you. Yeah, deception fail. Nice try. Nice try. I totally caught you out. Easy. Easily spotted. Saw you coming a mile away. Out of interest, though, which feather is it? Unrelated, of course. Yeah, is it the top left wing? Is that what it is? Is it the top left one? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Sanguinus actually has wings. Yes. Okay. Inside wings, sort of done. Yeah, I mean he's not so keen on mutations, frankly. But Sanguinus was such a charismatic guy. Everyone loves. No spoilers. Everyone loves Sanguinus. Everyone loves him. Everybody thinks he's lovely. I'll just go there. Right. Be right back. I'm going to grab myself a coffee, and I won't be a sec. Feel free to join this small break to click that like button, please. Create a camp. It's not February yet. We still have a chance. Probably not, but you never know. Oh, the screen turned up. You? I don't recognise that. I don't recognise that Nurgle model. This one. Okay, that's good. Guys, I've got an idea I want to kick about. Oh, we lost someone. Who do we lose? Who said bye? Alright, see you later, Grex. I think he's long gone, though. I think I missed him. Okay, so this is my idea, right? So, my wife's a pretty social person, right? She goes out a lot, socializing, and I don't. So I never cash in those husband credits. I never say, hey, can you watch the kids so I can do such and such, right? I never do it. And she's got a lot of parties lined up in the next month and a half. So I was thinking, why don't we do something like the LAN party 0.5? And what I mean is, like, what if I said on this day, I'll come on a live stream, we'll set up, try and play a game of something Warhammer orientated, but we all agree to, like, grab a few drinks, a few cans, and we can have a few drinks together on the stream, sort of, and then we can try and play a game. Probably 40k, but we could try and play a game or something. And just, what about that as a stream? Can I do that? I don't know if I could drink on stream, but I wouldn't be. It would just be the board. I think that might be a nice idea. Just a thought. Oh, catch you later, Francois too. Right, a little bit of Troll's Teeth. And then some White Scar. Brr. Oh, this is lovely, isn't it? It's nice. I like it. Just hanging out. Okay, I'll take no responses. Not such a great idea. That's what I'll do. Let's just try and scoop out some of this White Scar. There we go. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do that. I think it'd be good. I think it could be quite nice. It's the nearest thing to... Yeah, I think it's the nearest thing to some pub social. Plus, if we... I like to have a few drinks. Well, last time I drank anyway. I like to do an activity with my drinks. I don't want just drinking beer to be like the activity. I like to do other stuff as well. Like something and drinks. As like a social enhancer, as opposed to that being the goal. In a perfect world, Judd, I would like that. Yeah, but I'm not necessarily gonna. I'm not gonna necessarily record the points of the armies. I'll basically set up 2 armies and be like, guys, which ones do you want to use? Because both will be my army, so I don't mind who I play as. I mean, yeah, I could do that. I might have to modify the room a little bit. Like I'd have to take down all my K-pop fan art that I've made, because I mean that might be a bit embarrassing for you guys to see that. And my furry bedspread would have to come off. Yeah, and my anime lady sofa cushions would need to be changed so you guys don't see that. You know, just things that look a little bit embarrassing. I'd have to fix those. Thankfully, I'm very happy to announce that I could not name one K-pop band or anyone by name who's even remotely affiliated with K-pop. But you never know. It might actually be really good. I might actually really like it, but no, I'm not a fan of music. Not a fan. Oh no, my karaoke's awful. My karaoke makes people leave karaoke bars. Yeah, last time I sang karaoke, they set fire to the bar in an attempt to get me to stop. Here's a little secret. Here's a little cultural enrichment about Finland. Karaoke is massive here. They absolutely bloody love their karaoke. Yep, they love it. Absolutely love their karaoke. I think that's fair trade, Judd. There's no complaint necessary there. I think that's reasonable. Give and take. You know, recognise each other's foibles and all that jazz. Outdoor hobbies. No, that's another thing about Finnish people. They are absolutely obsessed with being outside. Absolutely obsessed with it. They don't want to be inside at all. They are completely obsessed with being outside. Like, they don't understand. Like, if they don't understand sitting around all day in your pants. However, in saying that, they do have a word that only means in Finnish sitting around drinking in your pants at home alone. And it has a word that only means that. So, a little bit of a... Oh, smooth layers, yeah. It's a toughie, smooth layers. Smooth layers without applying a million coats is what I'd like, but it seems that you have to apply a million coats to get a smooth transition. They're really coming along. Look at those. Ah, Fred, I got you covered, buddy. Here's table's top tip. Tables top tip today. Listen to it or hurt some children. Tables top tips. It's synthetic brushes from Games Workshop. They're the cheapo ones, but they bend, sure, but they don't splay so easy. Like, let me give you an example. No, that's not a Games Workshop brush. Here's one. So, this brush has got the same treatment, and you can see it's all splayed apart. It's the synthetic brushes. It's all about the synthetic brushes. I love them. I'm going to get some more. Not this weekend, but next I've got to go to GW to get my million miniatures thingy sorted. But I'm definitely going to buy a couple more. They just, I mean, they're not for everyone, sure. But for me, they just, they work perfect. So maybe they might help you, you know, maybe. And, you know, buying one, it's worth a punt. If it does work out for you. Okay, I feel you on that one, Sliven. If I was a bigger channel, it's exactly that kind of comment that would make me buy you one if we're a bigger channel. So I need to grow the channel so I can just completely... Because it sounds like you've got a similar thing of being intimidated by models. So, yeah, what I would do to immediately force you to do it is to send one to you. I bloody hope that actually happens where I can be that frivolous towards getting people gifts. I bloody want to get there. But yeah, so what other Nurgle have you painted first? You could work your way up to it for practice. Fred, Judd's got another recommendation for brushes for you in chat. Yeah, I get you, Sliven. I struggled getting my colours right with Nurgle as well. Yeah, I struggled a bit with it. But yeah, Mortarian. He's it's a lot of model, and I think I'd have to change him up a bit. I don't like the pose too much, and I certainly don't like those chain swingy incense stinky pot things swinging around him. He's a bit too bendy. I'd have to try and modify him. So he's really at the back of the list as far as Primarchs are concerned. For me personally, he's right at the back. He's only in front of Fulgrim. I really don't like the Fulgrim model. I really don't like it. Get away from Death Guard Green. It's evil. It's a horrible paint to work with. I stopped using it. I couldn't get anything to blend with it. It was just, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't do it. Nothing was working. It all looked so weird. Ooh, that's interesting. Is that the one that you posted on Discord? Is using that? I've got to stop I'm getting some. I'm not letting them dry long enough before putting the next layer on. Is anyone here on X? Is anyone on there? I know it's not the best, but does anyone currently have an account? Excellent. Freds, what's the equivalent of a... I never use Twitter or X, but what's the equivalent of a tweet? And can you, like, at someone with an X post or X equivalent of a tweet? I need you to do me a favor. Okay, great. Are you at your computer, Freds? Sweet. Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to send a tweet to Henry Cavill. And say, can you give this guy a single line in the Amazon Warhammer series that you're producing? I just want one line. I want either like to be like generic orc number 7 or something, saying something like, "Yeah, crump him," or a civilian that's like, "Oh, oh, they're inside," something like that. I want to. So can you just send that to him? Just do me a favor. Just say that. I want one of those. Just send that over for me. That'd be great. Thanks. And then just tell him to be a bit quick with getting in contact. Tell him not to drag his heels. Henry Cavill. Does anyone know how to spell that? Yeah. Tell him I say don't drag your heels. Chop chop. Yeah. That's what I need you to say. So yeah. Yeah, can you give this guy a single line in your series? Either generic orc number 3 or panicking civilian. Don't drag your heels with the reply. Chop, chop, he says. That'd be great. Thanks, Fred. Appreciate that. Thank you. Is that how you spell it, guys? Is that how you spell the name? I think it is. I'm pretty confident that's how you spell it, but we should probably get a confirmation from someone who can actually spell, unlike me. Just a little random orc. Oh, he's only gone crumped him. You know, something like that. Yeah, that's the one. The Witcher guy, yeah. But I definitely want you to add the line. He said, don't drag your heels, chop, chop. Okay? Don't drag your heels. Chop, chop. And then we can... that should get a chuckle out of him, I reckon. If someone told me to not drag my heels and to chop, chop, I think I would definitely be amused. Oh, Judd's just confirmed there are 2 L's. So the 1 L would be a fakey cakey account. Ah, no. Well, I appreciate the effort, Freds. I very much appreciate you making the effort. Thank you very much. There's absolutely no other way to contact the guy then. So I guess easy come, easy go. Too many blokes asking for an orc roll. Well, I mean, I'll take panicky civilian. And, you know, I've got a diverse range. I could be panicky woman. Oh no! Oh my! Yeah, or I could be terrified baby. You know, a diverse range. I could be old granny. Hey, what the shit is that? It's you know, all these options. Ah, Richard! Yes! Have you got any new news from this other streamer who I don't know, but like getting updates about anyway? Any new news? I didn't think the feathers would be this this involved. It's a lot of... It's probably on par with taking more time than the armor did. It's getting there now. Oh, thanks, Judd. Appreciate that. Blundell Sands. All right, okay, so you'll be able to check in with him. I can't believe he turned away from the light and refused the good word of the blue tack. You know, like, heresy takes many forms, but that is, yeah. Someone was trying to preach the good word to him, about the holy blue tack, but he took it as insult. Hubris. You know, the arrogance of it. It's just, yeah. It's because, like, some people look upon the word of God and they don't realise what a blessing it is to have this advice dispensed upon them, and they panic. They fall back on things, they get defensive, and they don't appreciate the word of our Lord being blue tack. Exactly. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't shove blue tack up its ass. I know that saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know that phrase all too well. Or no, hang on. No, it doesn't matter how much you dress up like a horse. No one's going to stick blue tack in your bum. I think that's the saying. Exactly. Very well-known English saying that. Exactly. You got it, Rich. You got it. I've just realised I'm a big fan of cardboard, and I'm a big fan of blue tack. In fact, I swear by them. I think I need a stationary sponsor. Or, better yet, I need to construct a shrine praising blue tack and cardboard. I think a shrine is a better idea. Yeah, if we're going to follow the law that blue tack is holy, which of course it is. Yeah, I think so. I think that's where we've got to go with it. Jesu blue tack. Domineres cardboard. Yeah, exactly. We got to get all pious on this. Blue tack is amazing. Yeah, blue tack is absolutely amazing. Blue tack S. Sticky as sancti. Amen. I know how you feel, Rich. I know exactly how you feel. Oh, white tack. Yeah, that's all good too. Yeah. Our beloved brother, white tack. We don't see colour in this religion. So blue tack, white tack, it's fine. Plasticine, no. Go away. Play-Doh, be gone. But blue tack, white tack, you're fine. No, I never knew of its existence. I knew of Gorilla Glue, but I didn't know Gorilla Glue Putty existed. No, all things Gorilla are welcome. Don't worry. Who said it? Judd. Yeah, don't worry, Judd. No death for you today. Ow. I think you could spend forever touching up these whites to get them more vibrant. And ironically, I think I would be willing to do that. But let's get these wings done and then see where we're at. And I'd like to start on the weapons. I think it will pay off at the end. I think it will. I think the wings are such a prominent part of this model as well. I thought it was the armor, but I do believe it's the wings. I'm sure you can. I reckon it'd be pretty useful for like anything camo, especially on like vehicles or something. I think it'd be incredibly useful. Or does Gorilla? Oh, unless Gorilla Glue putty actually sets is yeah. If Gorilla Glue isn't reusable, then you are committing heresy, Judd. Does it set, or can you reuse it like blue tack? That's the main thing. Right, one more wing to go. That coffee I made was a bit small. It didn't quite do the job. I'm just going to go grab myself another one real quick. It was just... Oh, no. Just lost the paint. Yeah, I'm just going to grab another coffee real quick. It wasn't big enough. Didn't quite tickle my pickle. You know what I mean? Well, there we go. Blue tack does kind of leave bits behind. Okay, Gorilla Putty. All right. Might have to look into that, actually. I don't know. I've got the Sacred Blue Tack covering the stats, but if you have a look at how many people are watching in relation to the likes, if you're able to slap one on, I won't know if you have or you haven't, so you don't have to. But if you could, I feel like a little bit of traction on the old Chanel would really help me out. Thank you very much. You don't have to, just if you wanna. Are you now? Well, I'll be honest. Why would you need to? I really liked your terrain shelves. I thought they were good enough. They look pretty good, frankly. But if you're designing some shelves, all right. Well, I look forward to seeing. I am happy to talk shelves. What was it that you recommend on your channel? Bags? I don't... What kind of bags? Is it like fashionable bags? Functional bags? Was it even bags? Have I got that right? Or is it Freds? It might just be clothes in general, actually. The name, because, you know, slang, the cool kid slang, referring to clothes as Freds. Yeah, I like the terrain shelves. Oh, you have? I just see Putty and the Nurgle model. Well, if I ever end up getting a 3D printer and you design some shelves, I'll buy the STL file off you. Is it STL file? Is that the file I need? I'll buy it off you and print them. But, well, don't know when that would be. I got the name Freds because I sew. I used to sew as well. But I am big into bags and carry one daily channel. Hang on a second. I'll show you what I started sewing. So I quit smoking cigarettes and I took up sewing. I've still got them. Hang on, let me go find them. I can get your professional opinion. They should be just under here. Yeah, here we are. So here we have. So basically what I did was I didn't want to smoke anymore and I had like a crappy sewing machine. So I was like, you know what? Every time I want a cigarette, I'll just make one of these things. So I've made like these little teeny tiny creatures, right? So every time I wanted a ciggy, I'd just start sewing, right? And then I'll show you what they look like. So I just made these from scrap fabric I found around the house, and that's all they are, little. So every one of these was me trying to not smoke, and I quit smoking. So there we go. Tables, toys. Yeah, custom design. Yeah, made a little stencil for them as well and everything. Yeah. You want to quit smoking? Take up sewing. Yeah, it worked. Freds, I'm not sure making a shelf look like cardboard will be the most popular of shelf types. But I mean, you're welcome to give it a go. You might know something that I don't, actually. Thank you, Judd, for posting the putty in the Discord as well. That's handy because then I can look into it after the stream. Is it really 20? Whoa, what the shit? And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the blue tack. You just talk normal. You don't get psyched out whether it's low or high. You just chat. I got lucky. Smoking hospitalized me and I got pain meds and sleep through the first week of quitting after I got... For it's been a long while. Why not a little longer? Good for you, Warden. Good for you. Yeah, get off those ciggies and get off those vapes as well if you are doing those too. Like, that shit will collapse your lung. Or lungs. Like, you got to get off that stuff. Don't hurt yourself anymore, guys. Custom handkerchiefs. Ah, Fred's. I kind of... How much do you charge for a custom handkerchief, Fred? Jesus, I didn't even know that. As if it did, as if it wasn't as if it wasn't bad enough. It does that to your pancreas as well. No. What if I bought... Well, how much would it cost for you to make one and then just send me a photo on Discord of it? How much would a custom handkerchief set me back? Just indulge me for a sec. Is that, like, depending on the complexity of the design? No one deserves pancreas. No one deserves any serious medical ailments anyway, regardless. It shouldn't have to be a thing. But especially kids, man. That sucks. Ah, fantastic. What a treat. Yeah, that's the dream that people are painting as well. That's the dream, that I'm background noise. People chime in from time to time, but they're painting away as well. That is... Oh, what a lovely thing. I love that idea. Always nice to hear that. I also agree... when someone says they're doing anything, in fact, when they say I'm background listening, I bloody love that. It's really nice. I don't know why I find that so complimentary, but I do. Design and fabric. Okay, so it would be primarily white, but the logo would be blue and yellow and a tiny bit of black text. But let's just say 45. Let's just say it was a 45. If I send you an image of the design, is that how it works? Or do you want to be more creative with it? Because it would be a specific design. Oh, we got another Norn. Hang on a sec. Let me... Well, no, I don't need to do that yet. We just say $45, and then regardless of what the design is, you'll be able to do it, right? If we just go to the top end of it, And then if it's 45 and not 15, you'll feel more encouraged to do it. And I just want a photo of the end result, so you don't need to worry about postage. I think that's more than reasonable. Hang on, Norn Emissary. Wait a second, Warden. So I started my Emissary, but then I psyched myself out on it, and I haven't painted it in ages. So this is where I got with it. So here's the Emissary, but I think first of all that the armor and the flesh is too clean for my taste. It's too much like this is where the armor plate is, this is where the Tyrannid is. But the other thing is that I've also magnetized it, and I've used very large magnets because that's all I had. And the issue I've had is that a lot of the arms, the magnets have come out of them. So you can see like they're very. This is going to break. It's going to break now. Did the magnet stay in? Yeah, but you can see that I've had to build up the edge around. The magnets are just basically too big, but I want it to progress. Look, see? There's a magnet on the end there that goes into the other bit of the limb. So I have to remagnetize 3 of the 4 arms and the combinations. I was quite pleased with the head. I added a bit from a Neuro Tyrant to make it like a Norn Emissary. The magnetizing is really easy. There's actually a magnet in there for the armor plate for the other variant, and you can get a magnet in there just fine. It is easy to magnetize, but I would recommend, you can see I just stuck in some green stuff and a magnet, but I'd recommend smaller magnets than you use for the bigger bits than for the arms. But yeah, what it was is I just watched Aliens, and I was like, you know, the Queen kind of like has that kind of crown, so I just thought I'd put an extra bit on. And like these armor plates are totally optional. They're not like, that's just the other parts of the Neuro Tyrant. I just wanted to make it look a little bit more armored on the front, so I just changed those. But it's nice. But again, totally stalled. Totally stalled with it. Haven't painted it in absolutely ages. But I've got myself a bit of a psychological block when it comes to magnetizing, which I'm trying to break. But yeah, so that's the Norn Emissary. Thanks. I was going for Queen. Because at the same time, I recently discovered that you can get like Aliens minis. So you can get like the Hadley's Hope Marines and Ripley. You can get Ripley in a power loader, and you get some Aliens and a Queen. And it kind of made me want to do that. So I was kind of inspired. It was nice. Yeah, they really... I've had one success. My Hive Tyrant magnetized perfect. And that kind of encouraged me to persevere, but I really messed it up on the Norn. Like, they need to be rebuilt, re-glued, reshaped. And then I need to find smaller magnets. It's, yeah, to the point of where I kind of want to buy I kind of want to buy 2 more Norn Emissaries and then just glue one as a Norn Emissary and not have to worry about it, and then glue one as the other variation. I'm more likely to do that than I am to try and wade in and try and actually properly magnetize it, and then just have that one as like a model that's a lesson to not repeat that, you know? Starter kit. Oh, did you get this one? Did you get this? Is this what you got? Ah, Leviathan. Oh, or a starter set. No, that's a good choice. Yeah, it's better to start small. It can get out of control fast. Just mixing up some more white guys. Well, that sucks, dude, but it's a good hobby to have. It's, yeah, if you're stuck stationary, it's a good hobby to have. Well, they've got the common thread of paint, at least. They're semi-connected, as far as hobbies go. Yes, there is Warden. We lost Ven. I think Fred is also a gatekeeper, I think. I think he has the power. No, YouTube does not like links at all. So we have to do it a little bit. We have to be a little bit unconventional with it. Okay, that should. So the main thing with it is that sorry, fun tack. What the hell is that? We reference pictures in the Discord during the stream, so it's not a must for you to be in the Discord, but it does help as far as, especially if you want to share stuff that we happen to be talking about. Yeah, Fred's totally knows. Yeah, he's yeah. Thank you for putting that tack in. I didn't know there were so many different tacks. Fun tack, gorilla tack. What is going on here? See, we wouldn't have discovered that if it wasn't for the stream, guys. Like, you can't know everything, you know? You have to reach out. You have to talk to people to find these things. You can't just can't just know everything. You know? We've got to use our little monkey brains together. Some people know how to do something, some people don't know how to do something else. Hey, Warden's in. Yeah, here's good. I mean, you can share any time in there, but it's especially relevant during streams. But what's been really nice is that the chit chat's been going whilst I've been away as well. So what I like to do is to wake up in the morning and then stealth my way on to have a little looky at what's going on in chat. I'm a big fan of that as like part of my morning routine. Just have a little looky. What's happened with Reddit? Is it just people like taking a big shit on each other's efforts? Is that what it is? Is it people just trashing each other? What's the problem with Reddit? But yeah, what's the issue with Reddit? I'm curious now. I've never really used Reddit. Well, I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, there are people that can only derive pleasure from tearing someone else down. Like that's the fuel of their fire. On here, it's the same with exercise as it is with painting minis. You're only racing with yourself, and you're only trying to one up your last model. That's it. That's all it is. It's the same with drawing and painting or anything like that. You're only racing with yourself. Like, we're not competing in any way, shape, or form. It's more talking about where I'm weak, which is picking color schemes and also sharing what you've achieved and what you've got and just talking about it, as opposed to, yeah, we're not really... it's not really my thing. I understand it, and I understand it's enjoyable for a lot of people just to be awful, and that they could genuinely get a kick out of being awful for awful sake. It's just not. It's not how I'm wired. I don't derive pleasure from someone else's expense. I don't enjoy it. It's why I stopped playing Arc Raiders, because I wanted to pew pew the robots, but I just don't want to be friggin' a victim constantly for someone's weird ass notion of pleasure, you know, like screwing people over. Like, I feel like it happens enough in the real world. I don't need it in my entertainment as well and my hobbies. Here's the real shocker, though. Like, the other end of the spectrum is true as well. To do something without expecting something nice to come back your way, just doing something nice and putting it out there, feels pretty good, frankly. Yeah, if you genuinely... Yeah, I've noticed that. The thing is, as well, you can't always be doing other nice stuff for other people, because you can, in a weird way, give away too much of yourself and feel a bit drained. But, you know, some random, like one random act of niceness here and there, it's actually quite pleasant. Okay, wings done. I don't think I'm going to go again another layer on those suckers. But we finished... it took about almost the same amount of time as the other ones, but they definitely look a lot whiter. All right, now we get to do the difficult bits. I think another big part of it, of people being mean to other people... is that it's easier to tear someone else down than it is to actually invest in yourself and bring yourself up, if that makes sense. It's easier. Just tearing down other people can be really quite easy. That's my theory on it anyway. It's easier to tear people down. Hang on, I'm just going to pop my Necrons back in the cupboard. Hang on a second, I've just got to go check the Discord. What? What the hell? Warden, is that Leaper your first one? Hey, Logic. Hello. Warden, is that Leaper your first one? Third one ever. Not only... So you've got your colour scheme figured out that quick, and also you adhered to the main rule, which is to thin your paints. It's really good. Your third model. I guess some people just have a knack for it. How did you decide on your colour scheme? Uhu glue, what, for like gore? Yeah, Instagram keeps coming up. People keep mentioning that I should get on there. And I sort of created them. I've got a channel Instagram, but I don't want to use that one. So I created one, table, I think it was like table_miniatures or tables miniatures or something. But I just haven't posted with it on it yet. I should sit down and do it, really. Well, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it. Are you happy with it? I'm going to go smaller brush. Well, I look forward to seeing the result. I've never experimented with that glue gore, but I feel like it could definitely, because it doesn't have to be gore. It could be anything. It could be like Nurgle slime. I don't know, some kind of Tyranid goo. This is quite a hard little area to reach, this is. That's kind of amazing. There's a hair on the brush. Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with them. I just need to get ever so slight amount of white on here. Ooh. Without going into the recesses. I don't necessarily want to ink it a second time. Whew. That's a toughie. All right, I'm going to switch back to the bigger brush briefly just to get a layer on here. I really don't like this bit of robe. I really don't like how it's jutting out like that. It's going to need a few coats on it as well. Yeah, I mean, what can I do with that? It's just a big old flat space, other than get a smooth layer on it. Kind of frustrating. I'm going to do largely the same with the inside. Like you can't even really see it behind the model. It just feels like such a strange design choice. Although I did move this down the base, so maybe it's more apparent when he's on one leg. You can see it easier. I mean, what am I supposed to do with it? And this paint is not watery enough. You know what? You'll just get a token. You'll just get a token white on you. It's fine. I'm absolutely fine about that. If anyone's going to look at the friggin' cloth and be like, "Hey, tell you what, that cloth looks a bit poo," then I think I'm all right with that. To be honest, I'd be like, "Yeah, well, look where it is." Couple more coats on it and it'll be fine. I mean, what do you want from me? I'm not a professional painter. I'm an enthusiastic amateur. Right, I'll let that dry and see where we're at. Let's go back to the harder bits. Hey, avocado! Hey, bud. What I have left is I have quite a lot of white still, but it's all difficult stuff. It's the chest, basically the chest upwards and the arm stuff, the gun stuff. But I figure I'm just going to crack on with it now and just pretend it's not difficult. And then as a result, it will not be difficult for me. And what's the worst that happens? If I go into a recess, I just have to ink it again. It's not like the end of the world. $25. What the hell? Again, the blue tack blesses me. I don't know what the ratio is, but if you 25 are willing to slap a like on, I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get on that creator camp. I think I've missed it, but just in case we still have a chance of getting on it. Sorry, Creator Academy. Just in case. If you want to have my back on that, that would be amazing. Oh, this is going really well so far. Ever so slightly too much on that one, but it's okay. I can live with it. Holy shiz. Ah, fake Perturabo. I want an actual Perturabos. Give me Perturabo and an iron circle. Just give me that. Or proportional custodies. Custodies. Ooh. Oh, thanks. That's exactly the kind of help I need. I can't do it on my own. Sure, I can turn the stream on and talk weird, but without you guys, I really am nothing. So thank you for the likes. I appreciate that, Warden. God, just thinking about with that color scheme and the gore, the Norn is going to look ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I need a Tyranid on the go. I don't have a Tyranid on the go. It's unheard of in years. I've never had a Tyranid being painted. What is going on? You know what? I'm going to put a little bit in there. Just for me. Man, that's fiddly painting. Looks all right. Hey, credit where credit's due. What really astounds me is the speed in which you got a colour scheme nailed down. Because it took me about 5 years to get a Tyranid scheme done. Oh. I don't know about you guys, but these things always make me go a bit... Brrr. I really like how it overlaps, though, on the edge of the pauldron. I want to say pauldron. Shoulder pad. Whew. And I did that the other direction to how I normally do it. Yeah, that was the birth of it. I thought it was just yellows, but it's tables, patented. Don't use water to extend your paints. Use contrast. That's where it, yeah. And I discovered that myself. I didn't find it on a... I'm not saying no one's ever done it before. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that I stumbled across that myself. So it's almost like I discovered it for me. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a brag or a boast. It's just like... My brain found that. I didn't see it on something else, which is normally the case. So I was pretty chuffed with that. Yeah, use contrast to thin out your paints. I thought so as well. As you can probably tell with how animated I am in the video. I was pretty pleased with myself. It's not often I have a moment like that, but they do sometimes happen. Oh, okay. So far, I'm not going to jinx it. I'm probably going to jinx it, but I haven't made a mistake yet with these feathers, which is kind of fun. They're really popping now. How many have I got left? The 2 on the back. Oh, it's like 5 left, and the little bit of parchment. Wait, hang on. I've already done this one, haven't I? I'm putting second layer on it. Oh no, it's the other shoulder. No, it isn't. It is this one. I have done this one. Why does it feel like it needs a bit more? Okay, yeah, I just screwed it up a little bit there. Let's just give it a teeny smidge. I don't want it to look like dry brushing, you know? Have we got any representatives from Games Workshop in here? As we've got 25, just saying. I am looking for a sponsor. Haven't had one in 12 years. You want to be the first one? That'd be great. Thank you very much. Whoever you are. Ooh. You know what? I'm going to go for it, guys. I'm going to try and edge highlight the outer edge of that teardrop. Here we go. Just one line. Whoa. Man, that's fiddly. Wah! Ah, almost 30. Boy, I gotta cut it out. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna do something like say something weird. I always do. Hey, I just individually did that one. Okay, let's just do that. Oh, this is really fiddly because the wing is like hiding it. Let's see if I can. Bloody hell, table. Nicely done. Hey, guys. Hey, Paul. I tell you what. If you see me, if you see me randomly rock off in some like big Warhammer channels painting vid, you have to promise me that you will post insults in the comments of that video. I'm just saying, if you find me rocking up in a video, be like, "Hello." Oh man, it's gonna be so awkward to watch that. That would be so good, like an actual good painter. And I'm just like, "Hello, yes. Have you tried mixing contrast in with your paint? I know what I'm doing here." Oh, it'd be so bad. They're like, "Yeah, you just layer this and yada yada yada, all this technical good stuff," and I'm just like, "Yes, yes, paint." Tell me, do you like cardboard? Oh God! Oh man, it'd be so good. You know what? That is fiddly as hell. But can I even get those ones? Dear God, I got it. Whew. Right, parchment. Let's take a little break with the parchment. The parchment's a little bit less fine detail. Ooh. Jesus, I tell you what, guys, there's something in this 1,000 hours malarkey. Are you honest to God think there's something in it? Well, we'll see. Like, we're coming up on 50 hours in. Imagine when we're at 500, what it's going to be like. Nice. Right, where are we at now? Let's do these feathers. And I think we do the reef last. Whoa, these are really teeny tiny. It's always the inside ones that really get me. Oh, a little bit on the gold. I'm going to clean that off. The gold is too pretty. I've got to clean it off. Yeah, shout out to Dark for helping me figure that gold out. He was indispensable. It's not coming off. And I've noticed that in there's a little bit of gold not painted, so I'm going to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going to paint over that white and just touch up that gold real quick. Where are we? I don't see my gold. It's in here somewhere. Hang on. Unintentional Megaforce advert. Megaforce! You got 10 minutes to drink it, otherwise it tastes like crud. Megaforce, yummy. Ah, Retributor. There we go. I am not sponsored by Megaforce. I do not have a sponsor. Not one. So yeah, sorry Megaforce for the accidental sponsorship. Alright, let's touch up this bit. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's ever so slight. I think it'd be like Megaforce. You thought it tasted bad when you opened it. 10 minutes later, yum yum, Megaforce. That's a terrible slogan. That's a weak slogan. Okay, yeah, it's definitely worth touching up that gold. Right, back to the whites. Whew. No pressure, table. No pressure. Just get a better angle on that. Beautiful. Man, this is what? Oh, it's so nice. This is absolutely bloody lovely. Definitely gonna have to get the old varnish on this guy. But this can be one of my 100, right? Because I know I started it last year, but technically I finished it this year, so it totally counts, right? Whoa. A little bit on the top bit needs just a little bit more. They're pretty tasty. I didn't think much of those wings originally on the jump pack, but they really do come out a treat. It's a mix of well, the trouble is it might be hard to replicate because it's the old Game Master Troll's Teeth. This one, I don't know what it is. I don't know what its name is now. I don't know much about Army Painter paints, but it's Troll's Teeth mixed with a bit of White Scar. Like they kind of zhuzh it up with the White Scar, because White Scar is quite weak on its own. So, because it goes manky, but that's what it is. It's a combination of the two, and it's on top of Griffin Charger Grey ink, which is on a Grey Seer base coat. If that's any help to you. A little bit dry. Come on, table. Ooh. Let's do the crest. Let's do the head. Oh, man. Why is this reef the most stressful bit? I think it's because the paint's starting to thicken on the wet palette. Or maybe it's just because it's the very end. Jeez, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead on that one. Bloody hell, look at him! Look at him! Those whites have really come out. Why? You don't need more colour. There'll be the base, yeah, sure. And the power axe and the gun we've still got to figure out. Oh, there's still the white on that one, but we're going way over my time here. 23 people watching. I think that's a record. Yeah, the blue tack's off. Look at that, eh? Well, what a treat. What a treat indeed. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to disappear back to the normality of real life. I have to go get the munchkins, but 23 people, all-time record. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. It's really nice to actually talk to humans. It's just really nice, and to not have to just talk about something that I really enjoy. It's just lovely. I will catch you. There might be a later on stream, maybe, Hopefully there is. So you might see me this evening because it's Friday night. Yeah, it's the dilemma's this, right? So I can come on later, but the kids will go bed later. But then I should get up earlier. I've got to get up early. So if I just accept that I'll be tired in the morning, I will do an evening stream because I like the open-ended streams. Because this one was kind of set to 3 hours maximum, but I like the idea of a second stream. So if you see me on tonight, come say hi, definitely, because it's a big achievement if I've managed it. And then we can figure something out. But oh yeah, the model stream. I need to find out. Yeah, guys. The 7:30 p.m. is that GMT? Because if it is, that's 9:30 my time. So it kind of fits. If it is GMT, then I should definitely try and make 9:30. I'll have to check it myself. I'll figure it out. But anyway, thanks guys. Really, really appreciate you. I'll see you later, hopefully. If not, definitely tomorrow evening. All right, loves you. Bye.